And now, a public service announcement from the Honeyzoomers.
Hey everybody, it's Debbie Bizzarro. I just want to remind you of something. Real New Yorkers wear a mask. So wear one and don't be a jerk off. How was that? Or should I have said hard on? I should have said hard on.
This has been a public service announcement from the Honeyzoomers.
Everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? I'm so glad you're here. First of all, I want to thank Jim Bell. He's our producer and engineer at Armed Radio. Thank you, Jimmy. He is manning the mothership there in New Hampshire, and we come live. We are streaming live if you want to listen to us on Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. If you don't want to watch us, you want to just listen, you can listen there. If you want to watch us live, we stream live now from the What's the Story with Maria page, as well as my personal page, the Maria Gentili page. And now we also, we have for a while, we have a YouTube page, so What's the Story with Maria YouTube page. And I got to thank Leo Rodriguez. Where is he?
Hi, everybody.
There he is. Leo is our accidental stage manager, but no accident now. He is really like...
I have proof.
I mean, you really are like the master marionette guy back there. Oh, my goodness. What's that?
My official Leo accidental stage manager cup,
Yeah,
which I use on a daily basis.
Kenny Holcomb is first in tonight. Kenny, you are first in. I love it. That's fantastic. So good to see you.
Hi, Kenny. I hope you're feeling good.
I know. Kenny Holcomb has been a real trooper this year. And he's checking in from Tennessee, from Columbia, Tennessee, which is right near Nashville.
Tennessee.
So, Leo, we have two amazing guests tonight. And I'm beside myself because it's going to be so much. I literally today, I was so excited because I'm like, tonight's show is going to be, I'm always excited because all the shows are great and they have different flavor and there's different reasons why we put people together. But these two people are like joy for me. They're just joy. They're happy people. And I work
talented people.
Very, very beyond talented people. But they're just really, really cool, fun people. Kenny, I'm glad you're hanging in there. And we want you to hang in there. So thank you, honey. Leo, should we do our little promos?
Oh, yeah. Well, let me
guests arrive. Now,
let me show you what's my...
Oh, look at your beautiful display. Leo, I have to take a page from your book. Wow. Leo, by the way, does all our promos, does all the labels for all my sauce. He creates all that stuff. He helped me create all our merchandise. So I got to thank Leo. So Leo, let's model our stuff. Let's do, if you want some, What's the Story with Maria merch? We have our tote bag. Look at, this was Leo's idea because he said, plastic's they're going to get rid of plastic soon, which,
and paper.
It did. It actually happened. So this is $10 and it's great because you can wash it, especially now with everything having to be really clean. This is great. You just throw it in the wash. And then our mug, or What's the Story with Maria mug. This is also 10. And on the back, it says, go ahead, keep eating. Leo, you have the really beautiful prototype. I call that the Christian Louboutin one because it's got the red. Leo got
the Christian Leo baton.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep that because you do all the hard work. I just kind of show up. So Leo's working behind the scenes. And then Leo is modeling there. He is like the Tammaro, the Mexican Tammaro back there. And our apron. This is what I sell more of than anything else. These fly off the shelf. Go ahead, keep eating.
It's such a good material. It's
It
easy to
is,
clean.
right?
You know how dirty I've gotten that apron?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how many times you wash it; it's still as blue can be. Blue is the color of the year.
Yeah,
We
it is.
love our blue apron. So if you want one, just let me know. You can actually contact us at what's the story with Maria at Gmail and put in your order. There we have just let us know what you want, and then it'll figure out the shipping.
We had a Google site, but Google gives you these long sites. It's just hard to post everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So we just go with them.
Whatever. Or you can just contact me. It doesn't matter. Just contact me and tell me what you need. Especially if you're local, I can even deliver it to you. Because while I'm delivering sauce, I can drop off. Because I saw Jerry Mastrolia. I dropped off sauce for Jerry Mastrolia. So there's lots of things we can work out. Now, Leo, what's happening up there in California? You're in Idlewild. You have the crazy weather.
Oh yeah, we do. It's actually the wind died down right before I got on. The wind picked up again, and it was like really blustery. And I was like, "Oh, come on, wind! I don't want Maria to hear you. She's gonna get nervous."
That's right. Now, last
the
night,
rain came in.
Leo and I were talking. We were FaceTiming, and he said, I don't know. We have really high winds. Maybe I might not be able to do the show. I was like, oh my God, no. So, because in California, don't they shut down the electric when there's high winds?
Well, yeah, I live in the mountain area. I live 5,000 feet above the sea, close down to Palm Springs. And so about this time in January, if you don't have a lot of moisture, people have beautiful lawns, but we don't have moisture for our forests. And so if it's really dry, so they'll, instead of power lines falling down on trees, they proactively turn off the electricity sometimes. So like in Fontana and up there, they definitely had theirs turned off for a little bit.
That's crazy. I wouldn't even think of that, but I guess you have to think of that in California. Now,
well, our money should go to maybe putting it underground like other places, but whatever.
I know, a little at a time. We're going to chip away.
We're almost there.
Little at a time. Did you notice Ed Kutu from Blade Salon has come on? If you need your hair did, he is in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. Eddie, I always say it every week, but I love your Instagram page. Really gorgeous. They do gorgeous work there. So I shout out to Ed Kutu. Dominic Pupa, do you see what Dominic wrote?
Yes, I know what he said.
He wrote nudity. Why?
He's an arm. Woo!
He's obsessed with nudity. I'm telling you. I don't know what we're going to do with Dominic.
I don't think Katie Cass would do nudity on.
If Katie Cass were to do nudity, she'd have to be in charge of it.
That's probably right.
On the internet, I have my own page. I charge for that, so I'm not doing it.
Thank you. But Katie, first of all, everybody, this is Katie Cass, my beautiful friend. Katie, you're in Wisconsin, right? You're in Madison still?
Yep, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay, and I got to tell you, I don't care who knows this. I always say this. I don't care who I offend. Katie Cass is my favorite coworker of all time.
Oh, Maria, I love you.
All time. Katie and I worked together at the Duplex for many, many years, which is a piano bar. Some of you know it, some of you don't. And we worked together on Saturday nights, right, Katie?
Saturday nights.
Saturday nights. Wow, we killed it too with Sam Paul, remember?
Oh my God, so much fun. And Jerry playing the piano.
Yep, Jerry D. Now, Katie, we were joking around about the nudity, but while you were at the Duplex, you were doing some really sexy singing with a wonderful group called the Glamazons, right?
I was. That actually, they probably gave me the confidence to be able to get up on stage in a bustier and underwear. And that was like the only time in my life I had ever done that.
I mean, that was, I was thinking about that today. I was thinking that was like so retro. And so you were all amazing singers.
Thank you.
And you were all super sexy. And you really went for that look, like just own it. It was really cool. I loved it. I remember all those photo shoots and I was like, wow, they're talented and they're sexy and
it was super fun. I was, I don't know. It was just like a really empowering experience too, to go and do that. And people loved it.
Oh,
I was like, oh God, they're going to be like, boo, get off the stage, you fat ass. But it was because we were all plus size girls.
Yeah.
And So everyone just was really into it. And it was always so much fun to perform at clubs, either in like Hell's Kitchen, Midtown area, or, we got to perform at the LGBT Expo at the Java Center. And
Right.
we got to do a lot of things. It was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, and New York is like, I mean, there's so much to cover, and it's like you guys really, everybody knew who you were. Everybody knew the Glamazons.
Yeah, Meryl Sherwood, she was the founder of it, and she really, like, before I was in it, they actually were on America's Got Talent.
Oh, really?
Their group, and then one of the girls left, and then that's when Shanna and I joined the group. So a couple of the girls had left, and she was rebuilding the group and wanted to get us out there again. And we were thinking, like, oh, are we going to do the reality show type thing again? And we actually did, like, filmed a little bit of a pilot to go on a station. I can't remember if it was Logo or something like that, but someone was pitching it, but it didn't ever like take off. But it was fun to like film that kind of thing for a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. And everybody knew who you are. And you did you worked at, the Stonewall, you did the Stonewall Sensation, right?
Yep. That's how I got my job at the Duplex, because I had been hanging out and people were like, oh, go do the contest, the Stonewall Sensation. And I was like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know if I have people that'll show up and vote and do all that. And actually Chocolatina and Michael Vosky got me into it. And so I did it and ended up coming in runner-up. But then Tony DeChico, the owner of the Duplex, offered me a job at the Duplex to be a bartender.
We had so much fun, and it was just like what I love. I mean, I love you so much anyway because I just adore you. But your voice is like we used to have so much fun anyway. You and I have kind of similar sense of humor, like that kind of like we didn't even have to talk. We would just understand each other. Especially with crazy people, right?
Oh God, yes. If someone would come in and Maria'd be talking to him and we just give a look and we just knew it would.
And those are the best coworkers where you don't have to say a word. But I got to tell you, one of the other things I loved about singing with you. Oh, Kenny Holcomb says, I love you. I love y'all on Saturday nights. Yes, Kenny. It was so
And then he
great.
would come in and sing and he is amazing.
Yes. But you used to get up there and just blow everybody out of the water, and it was just the whole room would start clapping and going crazy. And I miss that. I miss those days.
I miss it too. I learned because before that I never wanted to just get up. Like I'd always just been like do theater and stuff like that, and you don't see the crowd. Right. So at the Duplex, when I started working there, and you're like 2 inches from the person sitting right next to the piano, singing right into their face. And I'd be so nervous, and you just get really used to that. And then also having to like do all the chatter in between. I learned so much from you, Maria, like just how to like keep things going and shut people down when they try to like come up and take the mic from you in the middle of a song, or just how to like
you were great
keep the night going. And so I just thank you for that, because I really did learn a lot from you.
A little shy in the beginning, like just a little, but it didn't take you long, and then you were bang in there. I think it's like I always call piano bars like boot camp. It's like if you can work in a piano bar with all the because there are distractions, and people aren't trying to be distracting; they're just enjoying their drinks and talking and
right.
But if you can do that, just focus and not let it get to you, and actually, instead of just not letting it get to you, like incorporate them into whatever you're doing. That's the trick.
Exactly. People just want to be a part of the party, and so when you can do that, I think people really like that. I always loved it. And my family and friends, when they would come to the Duplex, they love that too, when they get their little shout outs, and when they're, I don't know, they just really feel like it's their party too, not just us having fun without them.
and you also, shout out to your family, because you have one of the most fun families I've ever met.
They're pretty great.
They're really great. You know what else I didn't read? Because I love your mom, I love your grandma, I love your dad, Coach Cass. He just had a birthday, Coach Cass.
He did. Turned 60 years old.
I can't. Well, listen.
I can't believe it.
Yep. Coach Cass he's a hottie. He's a hottie. You can tell him I said that.
He's probably listening right now.
All right. Well, he knows. And I love your mom. I adore your mom. She's a teacher. But here's another thing. I did not know that your family was musical, Katie, until just recently. I was watching you guys did something. You were like outside.
Yeah.
And your mom was playing the bass?
My mom was playing the bass and my youngest brother Griffin was playing guitar, and it was a little social distance backyard soiree. Just a few, my Aunt Lisa and my cousin Tina came over and they brought some friends and just did it in the backyard. And it was really fun. And I really wanted to post it on Instagram Live or on Facebook Live. And my brother and my mom were like, no, we're too shy. We're too shy. What if we mess up? And I'm like,
really?
I was like, no, but they did let me post just like 1 minute of one song. And I'm like, we got a good response from that. And they're like, maybe next time. But my brother had just started learning guitar at Christmas. My parents got him an acoustic guitar, and he's been teaching himself off of YouTube and just getting tabs. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, that's my brother Griffin. And then my mom has been playing bass for a couple years. She also self-taught, and she started a band with her teachers and her principal at her elementary school, and they're called Cece and the Sandburgers. And they've actually played gigs out at bars and stuff. And so my mom gets all jazzed up. She's usually wearing like her cool bass player hat, but she's keeping it low key for our summer gig here.
Your mom, I love your mom, and I love your grandma too. She's incredible.
Grandma and her friend were at the summer concert too. She has FOMO. She doesn't get left out of anything. So
no, families like that. I love that.
They're so supportive too. So they always come to everything.
Yeah, they do. And I remember when they would come, because they're all Wisconsin people, all cheeseheads.
Yep.
Cheeseheads. I love them. Oh, by the way, congratulations. You guys made it to the next level.
Oh my God. It's, even though we don't see anyone, you can just feel it in the air.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin, everyone's so excited for the Packers.
No, the Packer fans are like no other fans I've ever seen in my life. That's why I love them. They are committed, and that's all there is to it. And I love Aaron Rodgers. So, break a leg, honey. I'm going to be
thanks.
Also, so I wanted to now, so I used to love when your family would come to New York, because I knew that it was going to be a week of like party.
Yes.
A party.
Every night they'd be in. They'd stay till 4 a.m.
Yep. And they'd sing along, and they were great and funny. And so please let your family know that I love them and miss them very much.
They love you too. Definitely missing the New York life. And
I know. And you know what? When things get back to normal, which they will, today I said to one of my neighbors in the hallway, he was down. I said, do you feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel? He said, yeah, something shifted this week. Something really big is coming. There's a big shift happening, and I feel like there's hope. I don't know why. Maybe I do know why, but it's like it's gonna be okay. Now let's talk about your band.
Okay.
Okay, because I know that you've been with VO5 for a while now.
Yeah. So there's a band in Madison called VO5. We're a disco 70s cover band. So we play all the hits of the 70s that you love, everything from the Bee Gees to ABBA to the Jackson 5. We even do like some funk. We do some James Brown. We do Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's really, really fun. And they've been a band for like around 15 years.
Wow.
And when I moved to Madison, one of the women that was in the band was kind of wanting to travel and couldn't make the commitment to being in the band anymore. And I actually went to high school with her son.
Wow.
And so she contacted me and said, hey, did you ever want to be a sub and come and sing with the band? And so I went to a bar and sang a couple of songs with them one time. And after that, they were like, oh, by the way, she's leaving the band. Will you be a member? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I thought I was just, going to come in and be a guest spot one time or a couple times. And so when they asked me to join the band, I was so excited because it's so much fun. And we have a really good following here in Madison.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of like the outdoor festivals in the summer. We are, surrounded by lakes. And so everyone has the picture of us with the Capitol, Madison's Capitol in the background. We're on a lake, and it's called Dane Dances, and it's a free event, and people can come, and it's really like family friendly too. So there's kids dancing up in the front, and it's just, they love it. And we play outdoor on the terrace of the university
Wow.
of their little student memorial hall, and it's just a blast. They recorded an original album before I was in the band, so sometimes we do some originals of
Okay.
theirs, but since I've been in the band, we mostly do covers, and I even get to sing I've Got the Music in Me, which yeah, that's one of my souls, and I think of you every time.
Oh my God. Yeah, Michael Isaacs and I used to do that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you do that, Katie. That's such a great one.
Yeah. So it's
Now,
a lot of fun.
Let's tell people how they can find. So it's Leo's put it up here. It says www.voh5. So like,
Yes.
okay, voh5.com.
Yeah.
So like
So
go ahead.
So yeah, that is our website. And John, our guitar player, he keeps it pretty up to date, but also Facebook is probably the best because we've been doing like some Facebook Live things, posting little videos there, and it's a little easier to update that with gigs and happenings than it is to update the website. So if you find us on Facebook, it's just VO5.
Okay. Now you guys did you just do a virtual show? That's because I saw you had the purple wig on and it was just like so great. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we've done a couple of things virtually. It's hard for us because there's 9 people in the band.
Okay.
So to do anything where we're all together is, not as safe. Even, we're trying to socially distant, but can't get everyone in the camera frame and all this stuff. But we found some creative ways to do it, mostly outside gigs. Yeah. And it's been like corporate things that people have asked us to do. So there's an elderly care facility in Madison called Oak Park, and they invited us to come and do an outside concert, and they streamed it inside to their residents.
Wow.
So the older folks and then their families could come by and be in the parking lot and do drive-by and watch parts of the concert. And we just performed outside. And I thought that was really smart and fun.
Wow. Great.
Yeah. And the one that we did this weekend was for another company in Madison that wanted to do a virtual holiday party for their employees. So we just did like 4 songs for them, and we recorded it, and then they're going to show it on their virtual holiday party later on this month.
Yeah, we have to all get we've had to all get really creative in these times, and I know like Wisconsin, you guys it's challenging there just like it is in New York and Massachusetts, where my family's from, same thing. So,
Yeah.
We're all just trying to navigate our way, and that's all we can do right now. Right.
Yeah.
Like I've been subbing at Brandy's a lot on the weekends, and we're outside. We're literally outside singing.
I see the video. I'm just like, you're standing right in the doorway, and you got that little thing set up in the street where people can sit.
And I have to stand in between the doors so I can hear the piano player. And
oh my God.
Yeah, because I can't always hear him. And then it's cold, but we make it work, and people are so grateful.
Yeah,
so
people have been
live music.
Really creative in what they've been able to do. I know I sing with another band called the Funky JBs, and we did a virtual battle of the bands.
Oh, you
so
did?
Everyone like performed at their own house and recorded it and sent it to one of the band members, who then edited it and mixed it, and then just kind of did like almost like a Brady Bunch thing where everyone's in their little square and performed like that. We didn't have to get together at all. And so I was like, that's so smart. It was, and if you can hook up with people who know how to do those things, just like you got Leo helping you out now, and it makes things so much easier.
That's why I'm so grateful for Leo, because I don't know how to do that stuff. I know how to, I've done Zoom stuff, and now I'm starting to teach on Zoom. So, like is your mom teaching remotely, or she? Yeah.
Yeah. She's teaching 3rd grade and another class called Reach virtually. So, in some of her classes, she's got 75, elementary school kids that she's trying to teach at once. And it's been a real adjustment, but she's making it work, and all the teachers are just doing what they can, and they work really hard. And, my mom wasn't very tech savvy to begin with, but she had to learn everything to be able to provide for these kids. And, kids and parents are really grateful, and it seems in Madison too.
Oh yeah. I think everywhere. Yeah. I'm going to be, because I usually teach after school programs, but that's kind of been like, as kids are so concentrated on learning, they have to learn what they have to learn now. But now it's this week, starting Thursday, I'm starting to teach a class called Express Yourself. So for 9 to 12-year-olds, really cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Just to get them out of themselves, get them to socialize, get them to get creative again. So I'm looking forward to that. And
They need that. That's amazing.
yeah, it's going to be really great. So yeah, that's a cute age group. That's your mom's age group too.
Yeah, she's got like 8, 9, and 10-year-olds.
Yeah. So they're really sweet. All right. So I don't want you to go anywhere.
All right.
We're going to pull Johnny in but stick around.
Okay.
Okay. Because we're going to pull Johnny tomorrow and we'll talk to Johnny and then I'll pull you back in. You have both of you guys for our food section and also just to talk. So that was Katie Cass. I love her. My favorite coworker of all time. Katie and I had some serious laughs. All right. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. We're in the middle of when people look back at these archive shows, I don't know what year they'll be doing that, but we are in the middle of a pandemic still, and we're at the height of it. So hi, Leo, what are you laughing at?
You just said they'll look back. We're in 2021. It just hit me. We're in 2021.
Yeah.
They're going to look back in what? 2071 at these shows.
I don't know, but listen, anything we're doing right now is going to be history. Tonight will be history. So
yeah,
I always but just to remind, because when I keep a log of all my shows. I always have, and I always write the guests and stuff. But lately, I've been writing since the pandemic started. I've been updating and what's going on, and then I'll go back and look at it, and it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, like how things change from week to week.
It's good that you're commenting on it. That's what Johnny's been doing.
Oh my God!
Hi,
Johnny Tammaro.
What's up?
Johnny Tammaro. Who does that? One of our friends does that. Johnny Tammaro. Anyway, this
Susan Campanaro.
Susan Campanaro does it.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our friend Johnny Tammaro. Super talented, super high energy. And you know what, Johnny, when I think about you, I think about commitment. Like the word commitment comes to mind. You are a committed person. Like no matter, and talk about like COVID and what's been happening. Like you were someone that was constantly working anyway, doing all kinds of things. And then it's like, we were talking about this before the show, and then the world stops. And then you're like, damn it. I was like so close to like finishing this project or working on that project or that project. Now, you and I, what we have in common is we worked in Tony and Tina's wedding, not at the same time.
Nope.
But we have that family of friends and incredible actors in common.
Correct.
So what year were you in that show?
I was in the show from 99 until 2010.
All right. And I left and I was in it from 91 to 98. So we just missed each other. But now, so COVID's happened. You were working on The Wanderer.
Yes.
Right? And when you were on my show in the studio, you and David Foley Jr., we were talking about The Wanderer. And then COVID hit. Now you have completely gone in a direction and doing something so cool I want to share with everybody. You tell everybody what it is, and then Leo will pull up some of the stuff.
So it's called The Honeyzoomers.
Okay.
And it's the first sitcom about the pandemic filmed during the pandemic.
All right.
It has 2 actors, myself and Jolie Tribuzio.
Who's so talented.
We're in quarantine. We're in a pandemic. I can't go to her place. She can't go to my place.
Right.
The creator-writer, Charles Messina, who's also the writer and producer on The Wanderer.
Okay, right.
Actually, Jolie plays my wife in The Wanderer as well.
You know, you talked about the fact that, because I said to you when you saw the promo, I said, oh my God, she's so talented. Who is she? And you told me, and you said it's so interesting. We keep crossing, as actors, you keep crossing paths.
97 or 98, I was doing a dinner theater show around the tri-state area called The Godfather's Meshuggah Wedding. It was kind of like a takeoff of Tony and Tina's. And I said to myself, I'll do these shows and then I'll go to Tony and Tina's and I'll tell them, hey, I have experience doing dinner shows. I'd like to audition Tony and Tina's. That was my plan. My last show as the bride's bodyguard, his name was Sal Manella. I'm sitting there eating dinner before the show, and the guy playing the Godfather comes over. His name is Frank Bonsangue. He's been a prominent Italian-American actor all over the place. And he says, "Oh, Johnny, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is Jolie." And I look up, and there's this beautiful 18-year-old Italian, like Sophia Loren starlet. And I'm like, "Hi." She's like, "How you doing? My name is Jolie." And she puts her hand out. I said, "Wow, she has a thicker accent than me." That was the first and only show we did. A few years later, she auditions for Tony and Tina's and gets in, and she was Tina and Tony and Tina's for many, many years.
Wow.
A few years after that, we were in an off-Broadway show together. A few years after that, we're in The Wanderer together. Wow. And now, here we are doing the Honeyzoomers.
So
now, like I said, yeah, go ahead.
Tell everybody about the Honeyzoomers and how it came about. And like, did Charles Messina call you, or did you how did it start?
A musical producer friend of mine, Jeremy Long, out of Erie, Pennsylvania, who lives here now in the city, he called Charles one day and said, "Hey, you guys were on the brink. You were there. It was signed. Everything was. I had my offer email. We're gonna start rehearsals April 20th. We're gonna go May 28th to July 3rd at the Paper Mill Playhouse. Everything is a go." And then all of a sudden, stop.
Yeah.
So he says, "You guys should do something. You, Johnny, and Jolie should do something. How about do a sitcom?" And Charles was like,
right.
And he emails me or calls me and says, "Hey, we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to send you the scripts. You're going to read the scripts on the phone. Okay. Then you're gonna then you're gonna record your lines in your place. She's going to record her lines in her place. And then she is going to edit it all together to make it look like you're in the same apartment." And I'm like, "Okay." And
that was the beginning, before people were really doing much Zoom stuff at all.
We were one of the first. I can honestly say we were one of the first. We were at the end of April, we all had this idea to do this. And we started going. And now, just like the Honeymooners, we're doing 39 episodes only.
I read that, and that was so cool. So now, how long is each episode?
Somewhere between 12 and 18 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, depending on, like the Christmas Eve episode, I think was 20 minutes and a couple of seconds, which is my favorite one.
Okay, I have to go back and look at that one. I've popped in and watched a few of them, and I get lost in it. I really enjoy it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Really good, and I love the black and white. Was that Charles's idea, or
it was a little trick so we don't see the different color walls.
Right.
Of my apartment and her apartment, it just looks like it's. Although we realize we have the same curtains.
Okay.
And that blew our mind. So like the same color, like a silvery gray curtain. But she's editing. She takes this stuff and she has a program on her computer and she edits it.
Unbelievable.
And she sends the clips to Charles, and Charles says, "Yes, I like this," or "No, I don't like this." And then she texts
who writes
me.
The scripts, Johnny?
Charles writes the scripts. Charles Messina writes all the scripts. And then when I need to reshoot things, which I usually need to reshoot things because I've never done anything like this before. On IMDb, under my name, it says actor, cinematographer.
Wow.
I'm like, what? But I never did anything like this before. So setting up the tripod, setting up the lighting, what I'm gonna wear, makeup, hair, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And we're doing it. And we have 30 this Thursday, episode 35 comes out.
Okay.
And then we'll have 36. Then we have 37, 38, 39.
Now, Johnny, how do people? It's so much fun. How do people find the Honeyzoomers?
You can go on YouTube.
Okay.
And search the Honeyzoomers, and then when you see the logo, or go to the website right there, Leo Rodriguez.
I'm telling you.
It on. There's the website, and we're on YouTube, and it's crazy because we've been on YouTube since May 2nd, whatever it is, or May 5th. And then, it took us until last Friday to get 309 subscribers on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
but then Saturday,
then
Saturday, we happened to be in a little newspaper called the Daily News. And Saturday, we've gotten about another 160 subscribers from that, which is pretty cool.
So tell everybody. So let me just, because we're also, this is a radio show. We just happen to, now we're on StreamYard. I always Facebook Live it. But so for our radio listeners, let me just spell it. You're going to go to www.thehoneyzoomers with a Z, ZOOMERS.com. thehoneyzoomers.com. So now, Johnny, tell us about what a wonderful thing that happened. So go ahead. You tell everybody.
So in our Christmas Eve episode, if you go watch it, we have a guest star. His name is Bob. I forgot his, what's his last name? I think it's Bob Greenberg.
It'll come to you.
I think it's Bob Greenberg. And he is in the episode. I'm not going to tell you who he plays, but he put us in touch with this beautiful, beautiful woman by the name of Joyce Randolph. And if you watch The Honeymooners, since I've been watching them since 1982, she is Trixie on The Honeymooners.
I know.
She's
and
96 years young.
You, Johnny. I've been watching it since I was a kid. So like the 60s and 70s. I mean, everybody knows The Honeymooners.
And Charles was lucky enough to speak to her on the phone about 2 or 3 times. They share a birthday, October 21st, which is eerie.
Wow.
And she gave her stamp of approval to what we're doing.
That's amazing.
It's so surreal. I don't even know how to put it into words.
And how did you find out about it? Someone reached out to you?
Well, Bob put us in touch with her.
Okay.
And then Charles, they said, can we give her a call? And she said, absolutely. So then Charles spoke to her on the phone. He told her what we're doing and what was going on with it. She was like, wow, how do you guys rehearse? How do you film it? How does it all work? I wish I had a computer or a cell phone. I would look at it, but I don't have a computer or a cell phone. When my son comes over, I'll have him bring his laptop and he'll show me some episodes. Cute. And, she gives the okay that we're basing it, paying homage to The Honeymooners. And it's just like all 3 of us are Honeymooners fanatics.
Yes. And I was reading the article and she also said that she was so pleased that after all these years that her show was still so relevant. She's in her 90s, right?
She's 96 or 97. And
unbelievable. Can you imagine that?
I mean, and when you look at this article, there are the 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then her.
She's
and then Jolie and myself on the same page.
I know.
I can't even
it's
take
a really big deal. So I can't say enough about it. This is really great. And it's just wonderful entertainment. You and Jolie are so talented and so easy to watch. You're easy on the eyes. You know, like very pleasant, and you're both super funny and super New York. But it's just really also a cool thing, like historically, because like you said, we're in the middle of a pandemic. You're dealing with the pandemic as these characters, but you're going back and recreating some of the styles of acting from back then. So, so that's just great stuff. So stay there. Don't go anywhere. Let's bring back Katie Cass, my love. Katie Cass, you know Johnny Tammaro?
I don't. I wish I did. He seems amazing.
Hi, Katie Cass.
Hello.
You guys would have so much fun. Like if we were all at a party right now. And also, Johnny, you sing as well, right? I know you consider yourself an actor, but Johnny's a great singer. And you were Donnie Dolce in Tony and Tina's Wedding.
Yep.
Who is like the wedding singer guy. So if we were all hanging out, you and Katie, you'd be singing too.
Definitely.
Now, Katie, your mom jumped on here and said, yes, he is a hottie. Now, I think she's talking about your dad.
Yes, I think she was referring to when you called my dad a hottie.
Yeah, he is a hottie. So I was just double checking, but she says, I love you, Maria. I love you, Colette. She's just fabulous. So, so many nice people. Now, for Christmas, Johnny, you also, every year you work at FAO Schwartz, right? You're a
not just Christmas, the whole year.
Oh, okay.
The whole year from I started working there in November of 18, but my last day was supposed to be April 17th of 2020.
Right, to go and do his show.
Katie,
so
I'm still working there.
Did you and your family ever go to FAO Schwartz? And
I've been there only one time in all the time I lived in New York, but I never went with my family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the early 90s, I used to do costume character work there. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yeah. Our friend, one of my friends used to run all that stuff, and I used to do that on the weekends for extra money. And
my God, that's so much fun.
Yeah, it is fun, and it's kind of magical. Like, you're like, you can just imagine what you are to a kid. It's pretty cool.
Right.
It is magical. We create, magical memories for thousands and thousands of people. I mean, not now. We create people, but still, there are people still coming into the store, and we're there to make them laugh and smile and whatever they need.
Katie, you guys did that? You said you did a Christmas concert with VO5, right?
Yeah, we did for a holiday party. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but people are so grateful. I'm telling you,
they really are. Just to have an escape, and some entertainment, because nothing's live anymore. So,
right.
But doing the holiday concerts for people, and they're so appreciative, and they're just like, even if you do 2 songs, they're like, please, their request, they want to hear Dancing Queen, they want to hear, Staying Alive, and we're like, done, and they're like, thank you.
I love it, and that's like an era that I love that era. But you're a young person, Katie, but you really know all that throwback stuff. You always did. You always loved that stuff, right?
That's the music that my parents listened to, and so those are like my jams. I love singing that, and it's so much fun, and it's fun to dance to, and it's entertaining, and everyone loves it. So it brings people joy, and that in turn gives me so much joy. So I really like it.
Well, you guys, now that I have you, I have to do the food section of our show, which of course is called Leo. You can pop on as well. Go ahead, keep eating. We're going to do it together. 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead. Keep eating.
All right. I like to keep myself creative. If I'm going to have incredibly talented, creative people pop on my show, I have to challenge myself every week. So this week, Katie, this is really an homage to you because Wisconsin is like, you guys eat hearty. We used to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
So I made a beautiful pot roast tonight.
Oh my God.
Tonight is my meat and potato show, and that's my homage to Wisconsin. So I made a delicious pot roast in a slow cooker, and I got some cumin in there, some onion, salt, some garlic, some lemon pepper. Kept it simple, but it's very good, and a ton of salt because I love that. Made a little gravy, and then because I was talking to Leo today, and he said he made a baked potato. Leo, I went out and got potatoes, and I baked a potato. I'm going to put a nice giant thing of butter on that, and then just some corn. So this is my Katie Cass plate. That's my Wisconsin plate, because I always think if I come to Wisconsin, I want a steak. I don't know what that's about. You guys are big on steak.
It's so funny because that you think is like a decadent meal you would have for a special occasion, but yet it's every night. And that's now why I have to learn angles for cameras for virtual things, because I have put on
Listen, we've been talking about this. Every single person I know, it's funny because I've been making sauce and delivering it, right? Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, oh my God, I put on so much weight and I'm going to see my friends. Can I tell you something? Every one of us. Now, there's not one person that I have seen in COVID, even if it's from a distance, everybody's in their pajamas, number one, or their sweatpants, and everyone's put on weight because we're stuck in the house. So I'm not even going to worry about that.
I can't wait to see the runways this year.
Oh, yeah. So now
terry cloth is in, finally.
They got to reinforce.
And that's why if you see some of the clothes, everything's really, what they were saying on one of the morning shows, that retail clothes are not selling, but guess what is up by 75%? Loungewear. Pajamas, sweatpants, it's all up 75%. Okay, to go with that delicious meal, some beautiful French country loaf bread, because I love that. That's what I like to do. I'm be dunking that in. I love bread. I'm Italian. I love bread. And then for our salad tonight, The Italian for you, Johnny Tammaro. I got an arugula salad here.
Arugula, yummy.
Yeah, with some shaved Asiago cheese, some Bermuda onions, and gorgeous red peppers. I'm going to put an orange champagne vinaigrette on that and an extra virgin olive oil. I wish I could share this with you, but
oh my God.
But I made that. You inspired that, Johnny.
Oh.
Maria, do you make your own dressing?
Not normally. I don't. That's not something I mean, I can if I want to.
That orange champagne dressing, it just sounded so fancy.
Trader Joe's.
Ah.
I love Trader Joe's, let me tell you. But there's this amazing company that I swear by. It's called New England Olive Oil Company. I want to have the owner actually zoom in one night because he creates this incredibly infused vinegars and oils with like super interesting stuff like that you would never think of. And so I do buy stuff. Dessert. Leo's Leo gets so excited. So tonight I have this is called a junior cheesecake. It's called the Little Fella, right? So the Little Fella it was just a plain cheesecake. And I thought to myself, damn, I wish there was a blueberry cheesecake. And then I remembered that my friend Ken Patton.
I don't know.
I think if you saw him, you'd be like, I remember him. He used to come, he's from San Francisco, he used to come and visit. Anyway, he started this great company called Ken's Perfect Jams. And so this is the double berry preserves, and it's blackberry and boysenberry. Leo, I'm using that. I know that's your favorite. So this is for you, Leo. So I took the Little Fella and then I put a little of the jam and I'm going to put it on there.
I scooped some of that out when I made Christmas cookies. I had leftover dough, and I made little bowls, and I scoped that into my Christmas cookies, and then that's how I baked them. So I had cookies.
Delicious. So that's what it is. One thing I could say is that I've noticed we've all been cooking. Katie, you and your boyfriend have been cooking a lot, right?
I don't cook at all, but he cooks a lot, and he cooks really well and serves me very well.
Doesn't he make he made biscuits one night, right?
Oh yeah, he has created his own biscuit recipe all of a sudden and can make these beautiful, delicious things. And then we put jam and stuff on them, and I'm living the life out here.
I know, baby, me too. Listen, I'm going to send you the link for Ken's Perfect Jams because and then once you see him, you'll be like, oh my God, I remember him. He's just a great customer. They used to come in.
Please do.
He's a musical director, but in COVID, he's started this jam company.
Wow.
He's not working either. And Johnny, are you and your wife cooking a lot at home?
Yeah, my wife cooks amazingly. I make concoctions.
Like what?
So I'll find things like if we had like leftover meatloaf and like leftover cauliflower, I'd make meatloaf cauliflower mix. And add some little ingredients to it, like a little garlic powder. I like to fry onions. One of my favorite things to do is just soften onions, and I'll just soften onions, and I'll just add the onions, and I'll do some garlic, and I'll do a little sauce and stuff like that.
That is the most Italian thing. Like that is our thing. Onion and garlic go in everything.
Yeah, I make concoctions. That's what I do.
Yeah, me too.
My wife calls me Saucy Susan because I'm always constantly in the kitchen mixing something together, like ketchup and mayonnaise or mustard and this and little sauce and this, and she constantly hears the plate going ding 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 ding.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
What do you make it
together?
Is that an Italian thing to just like be creative and always just be doing something like that?
I think it is because like I don't know about you, Johnny, but as Italian kids, like our mothers never followed recipes. Like my dad would say to my mother, we should get that magazine or whatever, because he was like more fancy and continental. But so she would look at the recipe, just look at something, and she could create it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that.
There was a book. It was a recipe book, but it was just on the counter, open.
Yes, no, you never read a recipe.
It was like, oh, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this.
Or she would say to me, like, every day she sent me to the store, and she'd say, let me see, this is what I need. She'd open the refrigerator, open the freezer. Italians always have gigantic freezers, like in the basement with meat or poultry, right? Fish, whatever, giant freezer. And she'd look and she'd say, okay, I'm going to make this tonight. Go and get me this and just 2 things. Because she had, like, she could just create. We weren't, we were poor. Like, we were all struggling, and she would just look in the cabinet. So I think I have that from her. Like, I'm that kind of person. Like, I don't want to go to the store. I don't feel like, I very rarely order out. So I'm like, what do I have right now in my refrigerator and my spice rack? You guys have all been to my apartment. I have a huge spice rack. So I think
oils too, and oils and sauces that you have in that rack.
Yeah, I like to create things. I love to mix things together. But,
Maria's got a nice rack.
Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that.
Now it's on the internet. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
I know. I learned how to not to overspice by slap. Oh, it needs more salt. No, it doesn't. How about some more of this? No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Okay, Grandma.
Well, Leo, you're Mexican, and I just realized, Katie, your mom's Mexican, right?
That is true.
Okay, so I didn't.
So I'm just a fourth. I'm just a little bit. So I don't know. I don't have that spice.
Yeah, but so you guys, did your mom grow up in Wisconsin?
Yes.
But your grandfather was Mexican, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was great.
He was fun. Yep. He loved you. He loved coming to New York. He loved all of that. You know what I remember about your grandfather? He was very, very handsome guy. But when he came to New York, he was looking for salami. Yes. Remember? Yes. And he was just describing it. He's like, it's got like a white casing and it comes with a string. I mean, like, I'm like, any window in New York, look in there, deli, it's there. And we'd go to all these places and he's like, no. And I think, Maria, you probably sent him in the right direction. I think you found what actually made him happy. I ran next door to Gourmet Garage and I got him a super salad. And that's all it took. And I got him a super salad and a big thing of bread. And it was like I gave him $1 million. Oh my God. I was so happy. He does love that. That and some hot sauce. That's all that's it. And then he was set.
I want to go down Bleecker Street right now and go get some pizza and some salami.
I know. Katie, what do you miss the most about New York?
I miss the music and the entertainment. I miss Broadway. Yeah. I miss that just living in Wisconsin. I miss Broadway. When I was there in February and I got to see you, just for a short moment, but I saw 4 shows in 2 days. I just went to a matinee and a night show. And that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to come down to the duplex and see all my friends and just have those experiences. And then I was gone again. I mean, I know that's what I miss. I miss so much. Yeah. But I recorded that night that you came in and you just sang, because you're like that. You're someone that you're kind of sort of quiet, like you just hang out and then you get up on stage and it's like, bam. And everybody's listening. It's true though. It's true, Katie. Everybody's listening and the whole place is like, and you always pick like these great, like up tempos that everybody's singing along to. So you guys, I hope, follow Katie, go to her page, and there's a lot. You must have stuff on YouTube too, right, Katie? I don't post a lot of stuff. My brothers have really been like, you need to put more stuff out there, and you need to post and do all of this. And I'm not a big self promoter usually. This is about as much self promotion as I do on your show. But yeah, I should do more. It's fun to put it out there and see what people say. And and right now is a great time to do it. Johnny, do you have anything of you singing on YouTube? Because you're a great singer too.
I don't.
Yeah, like that. Okay, so these are projects. Listen, I'm giving you both a project. No time, just something to think about. I know you're both concentrating on what you're doing now, but that's maybe we'll all start singing more. Maybe we'll all phase into that a little bit more too. Like Leo and I actually are going to run a fundraiser in maybe in a month or so. Do you remember Lori Lawrence? Yes. Katie? Okay, so we do a fundraiser for Lori every year. She used to do a lot of volunteer work. So now we do a fundraiser for her name every year for the Big Brother Big Sister organization. So we're just, this year is the first year we can't do it live on stage, so we're going to try to do it virtually.
Oh wow!
Everybody's just going to plug in and do a song or two. So, you know, it's gonna. So maybe I'll call on you to jump in and do a song with us. Or
yeah,
that would be fun. And Johnny, you can jump in too.
I will.
Okay.
Love it.
Johnny, I'm excited to see your show. It's on YouTube, you said, so we can watch it.
Yep. You go to the search for the Honeyzoomers, or you can go to our website. There it is. Thank you, Leo. www.thehoneyzoomers.com, and watch from episode 1 all the way down. So it'll give you the progression of not only us as the characters and as the show, but it'll give you the progression as the quarantine and how it affected people through the whole pandemic. So, because every episode is basically what people are going through themselves in their own. So that was the beauty of what Charles was doing, you know?
Yeah, that's the interesting part. You're right. I didn't even think of that, because it's really, I mean, we're experiencing it and we're recording things, whatever it is, whether it's a show, whether we're living in it. So that's why very interesting.
Like the first episode is she comes home from shopping. She's masked up. She's got the rubber gloves, and I'm watching TV, and I'm like, she was like, "You're not going to help me?" And I'm like, "I'm watching Cuomo. Leave me alone." People did in the very beginning. All we did, if you're a New Yorker, you watch, you know, what was going on TV. So, but it was great that we were able to keep creative and keep doing something during, you know, this crazy time, because, you know, if we were carpenters or electricians or mechanics, our tools and our machines are.
Hold on 1 second, Jimmy. How much time do we have?
A minute.
Oh, we only have a minute. I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, it flew by.
It flew by. Okay, I want to thank Jim Bell, our producer and engineer. Thank you, Jimmy. Where would we be without Jimmy? Leo Rodriguez, stage manager. Leo, my God, I'd be lost without you. Johnny Tammaro, Honeyzoomers. Go and check Johnny Tammaro. Katie Cass, my favorite co-worker of all time, amazing singer, my friend, my sister in song and crime.
Oh, thanks, Maria.
I love you guys very much. Thank you for keeping me company tonight. Thank you for keeping Leo company. Thank you, Armed Radio, and we love and appreciate you. Come back every Tuesday at 9. Thanks, Jimmy.
User left your channel.